Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Now once again please and relax and with a smile. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir.
Quite comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Okay, today we begin the module of the course in spoken English. This module is called pronunciation module. We have been speaking English ever since we began learning English. English is not a foreign language in India, at least in most parts of India. We have been hearing and speaking English almost ever since our birth. Am I right? Am I right? Is there anyone here who didn't hear any English in his or her family? Ashwini? There is some English in all our families. We have been taught English ever since we went to school, or almost ever since we went to school. Am I right? Okay. Some people went to English medium schools, public schools, and those schools teach you English before they teach you Telugu or Hindi or English. Your parents also, your parents and grandparents also went out of the way to teach you English rhymes before they taught you Telugu rhymes. Am I right? Or Malayalam rhymes or Hindi rhymes. Am I right, Aman? Almost. Do you know this rhyme called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? How many people do? Please raise your hands. The entire class. My God, it's like national anthem. Okay? So we have been speaking English, we have been talking English, and quite often we have been, we have done a good job. We have spoken English and we have been understood by our friends and listeners. But there are certain aspects of the pronunciation of English to which no one has drawn our attention. Do you get me right? I am not telling you we don't know how to pronounce English, but there are some features of the pronunciation of English to which our attention has not been drawn. I will come back to it. All of this month and part of the next month, I will be talking only about the pronunciation of English. The main question is why English sounds like English, or why English sounds different from Telugu or Hindi or Malayalam or Vietnamese or Chinese or any other language. Okay? They have the same sounds like we have, or nearly the same sounds like we have. Okay? Yet, what's the difference? So when you hear an American professor, even if you don't look at him or her, you understand that this person is an American professor, or this person is a German professor, or this person is an Indian professor, right? They use the same words or nearly the same words. Okay? Why English sounds like English? When you hear another, this question can be extended. When you hear another Telugu speaker, okay, do you have to ask if he is a Telugu speaker or a native speaker of Telugu? You know his pronunciation or her pronunciation has something which tells you, oh, this friend is from Guntur, or this friend is from Rajahmundry, or this friend is from Trichur, or from Trivandrum, or from Kottayam. There is something in the way we speak which makes us unique. Am I clear to you? Okay. What is that uniqueness in English? Why does English sound like English, not like Telugu or Hindi? Or in other words, why does Hindi sound like Hindi, not like English? Okay? That is the question we will try and answer first, and then we will try and see, do we have those features in our pronunciation of English If yes, well and good. If no, then we will try and learn or acquire those features. Is that all right? Are you with me? Yes or no? Are you with me? So we are going to focus on some, please write, salient. What is the meaning of the word salient? Can you look up your dictionary quickly? Those who have your dictionary, quickly. What's the meaning of the word salient? Can you tell me? Who can tell me fast? 30 seconds. I began looking at the stopwatch. What's the meaning of the word salient? Most important or noticeable. That is an important word. Noticeable. What is this word? What is this word? It's no. No, speak it like English. It's a long sound. It's salient. What is it?
Salient.
What is it?
Salient.
Salient. Most important and noticeable features of the pronunciation of English. So we are talking about what are we talking about? Everybody please, what are we talking about?
Salient.
What are we talking about? Last bench, my friend. Yes?
Salient.
Yes, salient features. Salient features of English. Please come again.
Salient features
Of English. Okay, salient features of the pronunciation of English actually. Okay, why English sounds different from Hindi or from German or from Vietnamese or from Bangla, no matter what language. Okay, we will try and see if we have those features in our pronunciation, and if we have them, well and good. If we don't, we will try and learn them during this 1 month. During this 1 month, it may not be adequate time, but you will at least learn how to learn, and if you are determined, in about a month or two, you can acquire those features. And I am not telling you, you must speak only in that manner with your friends, but you must learn another accent. And when you are in a formal, interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, global situation, use the accent, because that is best understood. Okay? Let me go into, I am going to play something very funny to you, but pay attention. You may even close your eyes if you like. Don't allow video to distract you. Okay? But pay attention to the sounds. Are you with me? Everybody please. Okay. Pay attention to the sound.
This song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. But some of us have our own touch.
Does this girl speak like an Indian girl or like an American girl? Everybody please. Indian or American? What makes you think? Her accent. Her sounds are longer, spaced. Okay? Listen to it again.
My favorite uncle, Dolji Singh uncle.
What does she say? My favorite uncle. She does not say my favorite. What does she say? My favorite. Her sounds are clearly articulated. Long sounds are long, short sounds are long, and short sounds are short. And then there is gap. My favorite uncle, Jagjit Singh uncle. Okay? Do you see the gap? Okay?
Sings it like this. Oh, twinkle, twinkle, oh, twinkle, twinkle, little star. I wonder what you are. Up above the world, so you're like a diamond in the sky. Oh, twinkle, oh, twinkle, oh, twinkle.
Does this rhyme sound like English? They have English words, but does it sound like English? Okay, listen, have some fun, and I am going to ask you why it does not sound like English. Am I clear to you? So, listen, watch, have fun, but also keep your critical mind, critical faculty running. Okay?
His friend, the Bengali Moshai, says, "Ek to gana gaan," and starts singing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Oh, Papa, the bird so high. My best friend's mom from Telangana makes the best avakai pickle, but her Twinkle Twinkle star is even better. It's almost like a lullaby. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. The Gujarati by Keshubai Patel, owner of Patel Brothers and many motels in New Jersey, thinks this would sound great for Garika. Twinkle, oh, twinkle, oh, little star, I wonder what you are. Twinkle, oh, twinkle, oh, little star.
Okay, good fun. You know, I took it from YouTube. It's long. You know, this girl imitates many other Indian accents of English. You know, people from Karnataka, people from Kerala, people from Tamil Nadu, and people from other places. You know, I just cut it short to about 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes. Why do these accents sound different? What difference is there between standard American English or standard British English that this girl speaks? This girl speaks a standard American English, and the accents she imitates. What's the difference? Why does she sound, you know, why do these other accents from her mouth itself, not from another person, from this same girl, you know, sound different? Then there may be the following reasons. Okay? English sounds like English because its sounds are different, right? English speech sounds. Okay? Long sounds, are long. She does not say favorite. What does she say? Favorite. What does she say? So clearly she clearly distinguishes between A and E. Say, for example, look at the example. There are two vowel sounds pronounced here. This is long, favorite. Long sounds are long, short sounds are very short. Okay? But we in India do not distinguish so much. We do, of course we do, but our long sounds are not 1 kilometer long, our short sounds are not 1 centimeter long, short. There are differences, but not so much as in English. Okay? And they are differently arranged. The way one sound follows another. For example, you heard her do the Telugu pronunciation, right? What is the characteristic of Telugu pronunciation in her rendering? Ending with u, you know, she, but not that every one word ends in that. They don't say Hyderabadu, they don't say Andhra Pradeshu, okay, but that's a characteristic feature. So, you know, it's not that all words end there in u, but a defining feature, a salient feature of Telugu pronunciation of English is that they end in U. So, we have different kinds of sounds coming in different places in different languages. Do you understand? Okay. Say for example, if you look at South Indian languages, they mostly end in vowels or in M or N. Okay. It is not so in the North Indian languages. Different languages, that is what I have written, different languages organize the same speech sounds differently. Am I clear to you? Okay. And the third reason is different parts of the sounds are different, differently emphasized. Say for example, this girl emphasizes this sound. What does she say? Favorite. Okay. In the Bengali rendering of that rhyme, or in Telugu rendering of that rhyme, okay, that girl exaggerates this thing, wonder, or in Telugu rendering she says wonder, in when she up above the world so high. So, in Bengali rendering what does she say? How does she render the Bengali speaker? High, adding another, whereas in English different words and different sounds are differently emphasized. Say for instance, look at this word. What is this? What is this? Speak loud enough, don't worry. What is this word? Okay, you are saying academic. You emphasize this sound. Okay, the way we pronounce this word in India, we emphasize the second vowel from the left. We say academic. It is not academic. The way standard English does is, what is this? It is academic. This sound is emphasized. What is this? What is this? What is this? Everybody please, what is this? Academic. Lots of words, in India we emphasize them differently. 2 years later, you are going to become not an engineer, you are going to become an engineer. What are you going to become? Engineer. Something, it's something like this. It is ng, and imagine you are saying this. Imagine you are saying this. What is this? Engineer. What is this?
Engineer.
So, English emphasizes the same sequence of sounds differently. We have the same sequence of sounds, in India, in America, Canada, Australia, Britain, Ireland. Okay, we have the same sequence of sounds, but many of us who do not speak or who do not always speak standard English do not emphasize it the same way. That is why I have advised you to buy a good dictionary, a good advanced learners dictionary of English. Okay, buy a book like Is it correct, Aman? Is this spelling all right? Just look up your title. Is an apostrophe here or here? Correct. Advanced Learners Dictionary of English. Okay. Buy a dictionary of this kind. It gives you pronunciation, usage. In India, we have learnt a lot of English, but we have not paid attention to pronunciation. A number of frequently occurring words a large number of frequently occurring words. I will give you examples from engineering sciences. Okay? Look up your dictionary. How is this word pronounced? Look up your dictionary, please. Have you brought your dictionary? I asked you to bring your dictionary to the class today. Check. Those of you who have it, come on quick. Don't take longer than 30 seconds. Everybody please, beginning tomorrow, bring your dictionary. What is it? Make sure, check carefully. Is it the first? Is it cement or cement? Yeah. Can I see your dictionary? Yeah. It is always the following, when you have a stroke. Okay? Let us learn to look up a dictionary. You usually in these dictionaries you have a stroke like this. Am I right? Say yes or no. Those who have the dictionary, then it is written in what we call phonetic alphabet. This pronunciation is written in what is this? Phonetic, not phonetic, not pho. Don't round your lips. Just say phonetic. What is it?
Phonetic.
Phonetic. Okay. What is this? Alphabet. Phonetic alphabet. So in phonetic alphabet, it is written as, how do you pronounce it now? This stroke indicates that the following vowel has emphasis, has stress. So how is it pronounced? Cement. Okay. I'll give you another word. I'll check another word with you. Okay. How do you pronounce it? Check. Is it mechanism or mechanism? Ashwini, you don't have a dictionary. Aparna, you don't have a dictionary. Aman, you have one. Okay, those that have it, please bring, beginning tomorrow, bring your dictionary. No. Yeah, the stroke is before me. The stroke is here. Yeah, you have? It is this. Am I right? So, following the stroke. So it is mechanism. In phonetic alphabet, this means what does it mean? So this is mechanism. There is no here. It is not mechanism. There is no here. So do you see the difference? We use different sounds, we organize them differently, and we emphasize them differently. Please write. We sound, each language sounds different from another language for only these three reasons. Number one, sometimes they have different sounds. Okay? Number two, they are differently organized. Okay? And third, they are differently emphasized. Close your eyes and tell me. I will again ask you, okay, why does English sound different from Telugu? Because number one, sounds are different. Some sounds at least, not all. Some sounds are different. Next,
Differently organized.
they are often differently arranged. And next, they are differently emphasized. Okay? How do you pronounce this word? How do you pronounce this word? It is not competence, it is competence. How do you pronounce this word? It is component. English has a bewildering variety in the way it emphasizes its words or different parts of the words. Of course we can learn them. Of course, learning those words, that pronunciation is not very difficult. All you have to do is to pay attention. In the coming weeks, I will draw your attention to some principles, some rules, okay? But you will have to work hard. You will have to use your dictionary frequently for certain kinds of words, and as you learn their meaning, you will also have to learn their pronunciation. And in many cases, you already know the meaning of the word, but I will encourage you to look up the pronunciation of these known words, any number of words. We'll come to that. Okay? I will once again play this same caricature that the girl does of Indian accents of English. I will now ask you to listen for how a Telugu speaker or a Bengali speaker or a Gujarati speaker or a Punjabi speaker renders this rhyme. Okay? Twinkle, twinkle, little, and what difference is there? Why it sounds different from standard English pronunciation? You will, in other words, you will have to tell me what is different. Is it differently organized? Is it differently emphasized? Am I clear to you? Am I clear to you? Yes or no? Okay, I'll repeat myself. Listen to these rhymes again. Okay? Listen to the caricature of these rhymes again. You know what a caricature is? When you make fun of somebody, when you exaggerate certain peculiarities, that becomes caricature. Okay? So I am going to ask you to listen for these things. Does Punjabi rendering of this rhyme have a different sound? What difference? Why is it different? Number 2, are these different sounds differently organized? What is the question? What is the question? Speak slowly with pauses. Are these different sounds differently organized? Come again.
Are these different sounds differently organized?
And finally, are these different sounds differently emphasized? How do you pronounce it? Emphasized. Okay, so I'll play it. Try and listen. Okay, have fun. Human beings have two kinds of parallel processes going on. Okay, they can eat given food, and they can also know whether this food has adequate salt, whether it has more chili than it ought to have. You can listen to one another, and yet you can think of something else. Is that correct? Just now it is happening that way. You are trying to listen to me, but your mind is somewhere else. Okay, so do this parallel processing. Listen to the rhyme and see how it is different, if it is different. Okay, I'll play it once again.
This song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, but some of us have our own touches to it.
How does this girl say it? Tell me. And some of us, okay, pay attention to the differences of length. Pay attention to the emphasis. I won't pause now. I'll go on, but make a mental note.
My favorite uncle, Baljeet Singh uncle, sings it like this. Oh, twinkle, twinkle, oh, twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are. Up above the world, so you're like a diamond in the sky. Oh, twinkle, oh, twinkle, oh, twinkle.
I'll give you time to make notes. What difference is there in Punjabi pronunciation? The way this girl does it, the way this little girl does it. How does she distinguish Punjabi pronunciation from camera will catch your yawn. Just 1 minute. You don't have to write complete sentences. Make a note. Okay? What difference? Anyone, please? One person?
He was pronouncing twinkle as twinkle.
Twinkle. She makes, typical of Punjabi. She ends the words in A. Oh twinkle, star. Okay, not same length as English has. In English has greater length. Oh, for even these sounds, it is twinkle. T together, and there is no A at the end of English pronunciation. It is not twinkle, but in Punjabi pronunciation, this girl makes it twinkle. Okay. Next time the next bit that I am going to play is for another set of people. Pay attention to how they emphasize and what differences there are. Okay, right.
The Bengali Moshai says song into Panagar and starts singing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, thou hast wondered what you are. The birds song
Make a note. What difference between this accent and the standard accent? Ashwini? Yeah, and yeah, elongates, differently organized, differently emphasized. Instead of high, what does she say? High, in a different rhythm. Not only, that is how, each language has its own rhythm. And what is rhythm? Those of you who know music know rhythm is only two things together, time and length. Okay, also pitch, of course. I will talk about that later, but primarily these two things, how much time you give each sound, okay, that will determine its length, and then how quickly another sound comes or how delayed. Okay. When we speak English, we speak most of the time English words in our mother tongue accent, as if we were. We may not necessarily be terminating each word in A and U, but the length, the gap between words, okay, is pretty minimal, like those things in our languages. Look at this next. Pay attention again and take notes, please. I expect everybody, I expect last three benches in this row also to join in discussion, please, on my left hand.
My best friend's mom from Telangana makes the best avocado pickle, but her twinkle twinkle star is even better. It's almost like a lullaby. Twinkle, twinkle, star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond.
One obvious difference is that this girl makes all words end in oo when she imitates Telangana pronunciation, right? Is there any other difference? Make a note. Make a note. Is there any other difference? Okay, you said something.
She adds music to the word.
Yeah, sometimes unnecessarily long. Okay, right? Elongates differently, makes the word lengthier. Can you give me the example? Which word? Yeah. Okay, adds 3 extra vowels. Hi. Okay, or the way she renders WONDER. How does she render it? Okay. Any other difference? Let's go to the next bit.
The Gujarati by Yeshubhai Patel, born in a Patel brothers and many motels in New Jersey, thinks this sounds great for Garika. Twinkle, twinkle, star, what you are.
What is the salient feature of Gujarati pronunciation? Oh, okay. Anything else? Any difference in emphasis? Any difference in any gap in time? There's hardly any gap. One line comes quickly in succession of the other. Okay. In our pronunciation of English, by our I mean many of us non-native speakers of English are or non-standard speakers of English. I mean our words are all right in educated English pronunciation in India. We do a good job of grammar, we do a good job of choice of words, okay, but we do not pay attention to these little things. What are these little things? That we do not make long sounds long enough. In other words, we, those students, those teachers, those of us whose attention has not been drawn to these differences, we do not keep length differences as clearly as we ought to. Okay? Differences of length. In English, there is a very clear difference between short and long sounds. Say for instance, you have, what is this? Leave. But you also have, what is this? Live. In English you have, what is this? But you also have, what is this? In English you have, and what is this? Okay. There are lots of, what is this? Lots of differences. What is this? What is this? And what is this? And what is this? There are lots of words, not one, not two. Okay, when I say bail, what is the spelling? B A I. It's not I. It is I. Learned the proper length. It is I and L. But when I say bell, what is the spelling? B E L L. When I say tail, T my lord. Okay. When I say tail, what's the spelling?
A-I-L.
Okay. Can you give me another spelling for tail?
T-A-L-E.
But when I say tell, what's the spelling? T. Everybody please. L. When I say fail, L. But when I say fell, when I say sail, but when I say sell, English has this enormous difference, and for unfortunately or fortunately, these 500 words in pairs, this kind of pair of words, okay, occur. These are the 500 basic words of English. These are the first 500 words you learned in English. Do you ever need to look up a dictionary to see what it means? No, they are among the basic words. Before you were 10, you knew these words. In English speaking communities, children learn these words before they are 5. Okay? And English has this huge difference between long and short sounds. Many of us do not keep that distinction. Whenever I come from Bihar in Patna, me, Aman, and when we go there in our languages, we do not have that kind of difference. We have other differences which Englishmen don't have. Okay? Each language has its own peculiarity, its own uniqueness. So, if you ask somebody there, where do you live? And my friend might tell you, I live in Patna. What is he doing? When he tells you, I live in Patna, what does it mean? He is neither keeping it short nor keeping it long. And if you speak that way, then your listeners might get confused. Do you mean L-E-A-V-E or do you mean L-I-V-E? Okay? So, that is one difference, that we have different lengths of sounds. Another is sounds of each language differ in not only length, they also differ in feature. In India, among us, those of us who speak Hindi, Telugu, we do not say, what is the Hindi word for flower? Fool. We do not say fool. What is it? Fool. Both lips coming together. And then we say fool. Say it. Okay? We say fatafat. We do not say fatafat. Okay, that will be English. But English people produce the same words, same sound with their lower lip and upper teeth, not both lips. Similarly, when we say, when you see an English word, how is it pronounced in English? Lower lip going close to upper teeth, going close to but not touching. Okay, it is live. What is it? Keep doing. Please catch their lips. I hope. Yeah. Keep doing. Okay. But in India we do not say. We do not have that sound. We have either bha in Bihar, Bengal, Odisha, Assam, Nepal, Eastern UP, etc. We say lib. Both. Okay. Very good. We do not say very good. We say very good. Both lips coming together. In South, you go to the other extreme. No lip involved. it becomes live. Where do you live? In the beginning, I had difficulty. Oh, it is very good. Last evening I was, I came last evening from Hyderabad to Chennai, and the air hostess was making announcements, and in the end said the airlines, gives us the very, very many thanks. It's not a very many thanks. It is very. What is it? Very, very many thanks. So sounds differ in features. Okay, we have to acquire those features if we want to speak any language the way it is spoken in the standard form. And third, okay, emphasis. Difference of emphasis. We cannot say engineer, we should say engineer. What should we say? Engineer. We cannot say academic, we should say academic. We cannot say cement, we should say cement. We cannot say mechanism, we should say mechanism. We cannot say environment. What is it? Environment. Okay, lots of words, and we'll come back to it. So in these 4 to 5 weeks between now and the middle of March, we'll try and look at some of these features of the English pronunciation. Okay, as I've already told you, these sounds are different. Not all sounds are different, but some are. They either differ in length or they differ in feature. We also have a. Okay, we have a. By we I mean many Indian languages have these sounds, but our a is not as long as the English a. We say market, but they say market. What do they say? Market. What is father? In English pronunciation this is father. What is it? Father. But at home, we don't say father, we say father. We don't say father. They extremely inordinately long, because this difference, the length is an important feature in their pronunciation, and these sounds are differently arranged. They do not have oo or a or o at the end, whereas many of our languages have those things. So we have to also unlearn a few things, and of course the stress is different. I will tell you tomorrow, English sounds are organized in groups. Would the girl say it? The girl did not say my favorite uncle Jagjit Singh uncle, she said my favorite uncle, then she had a pause, Jagjit Singh uncle. Okay? So they English organize the sounds in group, and these groups are separated from one another by pause. We will be talking about those pauses tomorrow. I have already told you about different lengths and sounds coming from different parts of the mouth. Okay? Thank you very much. Have a good day.